Diaspora Moments by Dion London.
Reverend James, welcome to my studio.
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome you to the Diaspora Moment podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'm actually very grateful.
I'm blessed.
So now, there's a lot of conversation going on when it comes to marriage in the diaspora. Now, we also know that marriage in the diaspora is very difficult, especially African marriages in the diaspora. And I won't say a lot, but I'll say that there's been a lot of failure when it comes to African marriages in the diaspora. And I believe there's a lot of contributing factors that is really leading to this kind of, people being married in the diaspora and, getting failed. Some of them have something to do with, the whole cultural shift, right? You're coming from Africa and then you move out here in the US or Canada or Europe. And, the culture over here is way different from what we are already used to, right? When you go to Europe, a lot of people are divorcing their spouse because of this government incentive. I don't know whether you're aware of it, but in Europe, I heard that when you have a child or when you have kids, you do get this incentive, the government, right? Yeah. And the African couples end up fighting over who gets to have the incentive.
That's right.
And because there's this lack of understanding, it breaks both of them apart, which I don't understand anyways. But it looks like something that those in the Europe are really, having that kind of, issues, over there. Then when it comes to here in the US, we don't have that. We don't get that kind of incentive. But, we do, there's a lot of contributing factors that is really leading to, marriages really failing in the US or Canada or any other part of the Western world. But before I get your take on that, let me pay obeisance to my audience and I'll get back to you.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Okay. So in case, you just tune in, my name is Dion London and I am your host in this beautiful podcast show, The Diaspora Moment. Okay. And welcome you all. And then, but I have here two distinguished guests here today. Okay. I don't even have the right verbiage or adjective to use for them, but I hope distinguished is, or let me use the word likable. How about that? Okay. So I have here with me Reverend Bernard Damte. Thank you for coming. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Are you sure you are good?
Oh yes. I'm good. Really good.
Today, dear, I'm going to ginger you to bring some fire out of you.
I'm ready for you.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm ready for you.
Okay, great. And then I have here with me Reverend James Appiah. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're going to host me well?
Oh yes, trust me.
You can handle me.
I'm ready for you.
All right.
I am so ready for you.
No problem.
Okay, so now, as I started, marriage in the diaspora is very, very difficult. And there's a lot of contributing factors in there. But before we talk about some of the challenges, I want to go back to us really talking about this particular topic first. And that is, why do people, let's use the US, because, we all live here, right here in the US, right? There's so many beautiful women out here. Let's forget about other race. Let's talk about even with the blacks in general. There's so many blacks, Ghanaian blacks, Nigerian blacks, South African blacks, Liberians, Senegalese black, some other, black Brazilian. There's so many black everywhere. But then why do people, especially from Africa, why do people cross borders to go to Africa to go get married and bring their spouse here? Are you against it, Reverend? Or you are for it?
Thank you once again.
Okay.
Greetings to your viewers who are just watching us. And thank you for bringing me here on this platform. It's just a privilege for me to be here.
Okay.
So I would love it to pour out everything that I have and then leave here empty.
Yes.
And I will thank my brother in the Lord as well. Probably he's my senior brother. At the same time, he can be my father as well. So coming back to your question, I'm against this Africa to get married.
Okay, why are you against it?
I'm against it. Right. Let me just start from this way. Right from the beginning of my life, coming to America wasn't something in the first place, part of me to live my life here and go back to Africa to marry. So I will not actually put myself in the area where I have to set myself as an example. But I know people who has actually tried this journey and it never worked out for them.
Okay.
And coming to me as a man of God to tell me their experience and what they go through. Sometimes personally, I witness whatever they go through.
Okay.
In relating to have discussion with the family back home, back to back with the man. So to me, I see it as something that we should not really encourage people to do that, because one, it has a trust issue. Two, it has financial issue. Especially if the woman or the man who is going for the other partner from Africa is not financially stable, it's going to be a problem for such a partner to go to Africa and get married to. And secondly, understanding issue as well. They don't really have that kind of compatibility just to come together to understand things, because one, they don't trust. Whatever is going on the one side is not something that they can believe. And it's always going to have on the phone. And one funny thing is that sometimes if you're not even careful, it can even generate another thing, a problem, which comes from within, in a sexual form. I'm talking about sexual part of it, where people even ask their partners to, portray kind of attitude or portray kind of ways of on the phone, on the camera, FaceTime or video call. It's come back to all that. And the reason why even I'm also against it to the fact that when it comes to the man, if the man going to Africa to get married and bringing the woman here is a problem sometimes. Let me put it that way, because not all of them. I would say about, if it's 100%, I would just put it on a scale of like 95% of the people go there and it doesn't work out. 95%.
Hey, 95.
Yes, 95% go there and that doesn't work out.
95%
yes.
of Africans going back home to get married.
It doesn't work out. Yes. I challenge everybody out there to come and just come out.
Hey, are you sure, Reverend?
Of course.
A lot of people too will disagree with you.
No, it doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out?
No.
Okay.
It's a lot of things that goes on over there.
But a lot of men also say that the reason why they go to Africa to go get married or, bring African women over here is because the African women here in the US, Canada, or Europe are morally corrupt. They said they are too Americanized. They are too westernized, and that they don't want that. They want the traditional, African woman, right? So that is some of the reason why they go to Africa to go get married. What about that?
When you ask for my input about this whole of culture thing, some point I agree to it, because wherever you were being raised or the environment that you were being brought up is something that has impact on your life. So many a times the way you were brought up determine how you can live with your partner to succeed in relationship. So having said all these things, personally, let me use myself as an example. You cannot just come for me and ask me to go for, always go for go to restaurant to eat. Let's go to restaurant to eat.
So you don't like?
I don't like outside food. Yes.
Okay.
That's how the men. Let me tell you something. Men, when one of the things that men do not joke with is food, because that is their strength.
Okay, but if that is the case, then I believe there are a lot of African women here in the state, other Western countries, that can really cook African food for the men, but yet still, they go out there to bring other women out here.
Honestly speaking with you, Dion, as I said, everybody have their own perception about going to Africa and all that. But per my experience with other people that come to me for counseling and all that, issue that always come on my table, I don't think it's a very...
It's not a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea to do that.
Okay.
And as we are moving forward, you hear a lot from me.
A lot from you?
Yeah, because we just started. So I don't want to just jump into something. For us to have a whole broad of discussion,
Okay.
All
so,
right.
yeah, let's keep the fire burning.
Thank you.
Reverend James, are you against it or for it?
He said, first of all, I want to thank you for this great opportunity.
Yes.
And I want to thank your audience for allowing me to be part of this great show. Um, my co-friend over here, pastor friend over here, says that his percentage is what 95.
Yeah, he said 95. 95 the other said
95.
your failure.
Now why was saying no crowd?
Yeah, like we are there.
My percentage is 90%.
90%. Okay.
90% of men that goes back to
bring women here.
Bring women over here.
It's not working.
There's a question mark on it. I'm not saying it's not working, but there's a question mark on it.
Okay.
When we say we're going back to get married and bring the woman over here, ever since I came to United States, okay, this is me. Do you know that I always have this fear?
Okay.
Me, like going to Jamaica, going to Liberia, going to Nigeria to get married to somebody
okay.
in Nigeria, and it's something that we have to look at. That going to a country that you have no idea to, or maybe you meet a woman over here and you want to go and do the traditional stuff over there, right, and then bring the woman over here. But let's stay to the Ghanaian community.
Okay.
And me per se, going back home to get married, there's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer,
okay,
this is my take on that. I prefer that it's cheaper to get them over here than to do all the travel and go out there. Because first of all, Dion,
mm-hmm,
I'm a pastor, but I don't want to bring the pastor stuff in there. I just want to...
We're talking reality.
Yeah, layman's terms, that everybody will understand it. If we bring all this spiritual thing in it, we're not going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, we have people, they know God, but they are not Christians. Okay. But they know. So, a friend can come to you and say, oh, Charlie, I know your relationship is not working over here. I met a girl. Oh, man, the girl is nice. Maybe the girl from the village somewhere. Mm-hmm. Okay. The reason why I always encourage people that find a woman over here is this. 90% chances that when you bring a woman from overseas, where we are coming from, overseas, from Ghana, and they're coming from maybe a background that doesn't know anything.
Right.
Okay. Immediately you bring them here. I'm saying 90% because 10%
is working.
It's working.
Okay.
But 90%, you bring them here when they have the eye opener. I'm talking about the eye opener because when they came over here, they don't know anything.
Okay.
They don't even know the address. They don't even know where to go. So you pick them, take them to the, what's the name? They know this, they know, blah, blah. Sometimes you take them to Ross. When beginning, you take them to Ross.
And they love Ross outfit.
They love it. Okay? Now, at times, give them 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. They will find something more than Ross. Especially when they begin to work. When they begin to work and they start making that money, if God doesn't come in, you are done. And when that is the reason why we have so much challenges, Dion. That's the reason we have so much challenges of bringing a woman over here. Let me tell you, 90%, if you bring a woman from Ghana and the woman try to break up with you, the chances of you committing suicide is very high.
Why?
Why? Because you spend all this money. Okay. You work hard for that money. For one woman.
Yeah.
To prepare a woman and bring them over here.
Yeah, it's a lot of process.
Yes. So after the enjoyment and everything in Ghana, you've gone through the immigration stuff and all that. Immigration be calling you, writing letters upon letters. You know what you went through. You understand? So now everything is set for the woman to come over here. The woman have come over here 6 months, 1 year, eye opener. She's saying something different. She'll look at you like, okay, I say 90% again. Because 10% is okay. But the 90% is they look at you, they now say that they are making money. Mm-hmm. You're also making money. So if they don't have that, what word can I use? If they don't have that thing in them, like they want to love you for who you are, and money issues just start kicking in, new things begin to come on the table for her to see it. Chances for her to leave you is very high.
Okay.
I'm telling you, because number one, you don't know that girl that much.
Okay.
You guys are not friends that much. Okay. Maybe you went out there, you met her, you came back here, you start working, you start talking. 2 years down the line, you want to bring the woman over here.
Okay.
Because maybe life is not fair with you over here, especially when it comes to woman. Because maybe When you are here, you are a player
Okay.
and you want to settle.
Right.
So when you want to settle, you want to go back home and bring the woman over here because you've been to you've seen Amadankwa, you've seen Julius, you've seen Joe Debra, you've seen all these names, nice makeup outfit, nice. Okay, now you want to settle down. I want to go back home and bring a woman over here.
Okay.
I beg you, just take a break for a minute because chances that when this woman come over here, and I know people will not going to like it when I say it like this, is the real truth. Is the truth out there? I'm telling you, if you bring them over here and they leave you, the chances for you to commit suicide is very high. I seen a video when a Ghanaian man tried to use a car to run off a woman. A woman that he went to Ghana and brought the woman over here.
Okay.
The woman started cheating on him.
Oh God.
The mindset alone is for him to drive the car and hit the woman and run the woman over.
Okay.
Because the pain, he cannot stand it. Listen, we're waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, walking through the snow, working tirelessly, and go back and bring a woman over here for the woman to come and leave you. I'd rather pick them here. When mistakes come, when I cannot handle it, it's like a government job.
Okay.
Government job, you don't put on your head.
No, you don't.
You put it on your shoulder.
Right.
When you hear, hey, then you
just
drop
leave.
it. Let's adopt the government system
Okay.
so that we will be on the safe side.
Right.
Because, listen, it's not easy, Odion.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
But some are not running their wife over. Some are actually killing them. I mean, we've seen what is going on social media, right? Like, men killing their wives. Like, I believe, was it somewhere in December or January? I think somewhere in Frederick, a Ghanaian man killed the wife.
I live in Ohio.
Because
When you were doing your introduction, you mentioned something in Germany. And
the European countries, right?
Yeah.
The government incentives.
yes, and I have a friend
Okay, over there.
in Germany, and a woman friend. The husband came and took her from Ghana
Okay.
to Germany. Another experience.
Okay, same problem.
Yes. And when the woman got there, because the woman don't know anything, the guy, even though the guy even came to Ghana, the guy was a citizen, so he came to Ghana
Okay.
and had a baby with this woman. They had 3 kids
Okay.
together. But because he's a citizen from Germany, automatically the children are also one citizen.
Yes, that is right.
So now, even though the kids are in Ghana, the man is still taking the money from the government.
Right.
Okay, now the woman, he brought the woman in, and the woman find out that, you are
This
making
one-
money from all these kids and you're not giving me some.
Okay.
And that is the beginning of your problem.
Oh God.
You see, today, as I'm talking to you right now, they are not together. And in Germany, they are so blessed to the point that government can give you house to
Yeah,
live
yeah.
with the kids, and they will still pay you
Yeah.
to take care of the kids. Now, the place that the man brought this woman, the same apartment, now the man cannot stay over there no more.
Wow.
The police has kicked him out. The money that he is receiving before, they have to transfer the money to the woman now. So guess what? If this man sat down and begin to think about all the process and the thing that he's been through, bringing you over here to come and join me, and you are doing this, the chances for him picking up a gun and shooting is very high. But if this man has gotten the woman in Germany and this kind of things break down, he already know, the woman already know.
Right.
So they can just go their both ways and just separate ways and just move on. But this man will be working with something in his mind that, I should have left you down there.
Okay.
And I'll be sending you money. I will be fine. Ever since you came over here, your eye is very wide open. And I'm telling you, the woman is making it. The woman is taking all the money from this man.
But there's something I don't understand, like in Europe, right? I don't understand this. Why is it that only one person has to keep the money? If you and I are couples and we are getting this kind of incentive from the government, why can't we split it? I mean, if the financial is the problem, why is it that one person has to be the one to keep the money? Isn't that selfishness?
One person, like the man or the woman.
Right. Both of them, why can't both of them have like split the money?
I think it depends on the two.
But the reason why it's not working majority of the time, because only one person wants to have the money. The woman wants to have the money and the man wants to have the money.
Okay.
So in order for understanding to work, why can't the money be split into both of them?
You see,
So the money goes to one person's account and then you split it into two and give the wife the other, it's not going to work, huh?
We were talking behind the scene. I
Yeah.
told you that you have to marry your friend.
Right.
If your spouse is not a friend, there's no way
It will work.
it works.
There'll be no
Especially
understanding.
when it comes to money. There is no way. When your spouse become your friend, even when your spouse is taking your money away, because he or she is your friend, it will be difficult for you to come. You can complain in a nice way without any problem. But when you guys are not friends before the relationship,
It becomes a problem.
always two captains in the ship. Always two captains in the ship. So this money issue will be a problem. Because I cannot sit down for you to be. The first thing is, oh, you getting all this money and you're going to Ghana back and forth,
Right.
and you are chasing another woman and you are using the money that the government is giving both of us. But all this kind of
yeah, a
excuses.
whole lot of issues.
All
Okay.
these kind of excuses. But the truth of the matter is, no matter what it is, I don't.
think it's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Okay, so this is where I play the devil's advocate here. Okay, so you already know here in the US that child support is not a game. You can even go to jail for it. So some of the reason why the men, especially the men, are saying that, why do I have to get a woman pregnant over here? And then when the relationship doesn't work, she takes me to court, and the court is going to force me to pay child support. So if that is the case, then I change my mind. I'll go back home and go and get married.
And that person,
And leave the woman there or to bring the woman here.
So it's two ways here. Some of the men leave the women there, and so the woman lives alone over there, and the man lives alone here.
It's-
Others will also say that when you bring a woman from Africa, like Reverend James said, their eyes are not open like that. So, they will not take me to child support. So with these two ideas, right? Some of the women will also argue that, well, that is the case, then isn't the man also playing mind game here? Because you don't want to pay child support is the reason why you want to marry from Africa, but then you leave the woman there. Right? But again, because you don't want to pay child support, you want to go to Africa and bring a woman here because you want to take advantage of the woman. That's the reason why you are going to Africa to bring a woman, because their eye, like Reverend James said, their eyes are not opened yet. There, men trying to avoid child support and all other legal problems and say that I'll go to Africa, go and marry from Africa, but I'm going to leave the woman there. And then I'll come here.
let me say something straight before we move.
Yes.
Okay, when I'm talking about the eye opener, I'm not trying to downgrade them.
Yeah.
That they're not married material, but because of some
They don't know the system.
some experiences that we
Yeah.
had before, and the stuff that comes to our table.
Yeah.
we put it in a perspective that eye open.
Eye open, right.
Because when you come to America, especially American open our eyes.
Yes.
America will open your brains
Yeah.
up. You're not going to sit in the classroom for you to know.
No.
And the system will make you.
Yeah, it will
have
make you
that
think.
eye opening. So when we're saying about eye opening, we're not trying to downgrade the African women. No, African women are beautiful. African women have that character.
Yes.
But sometimes when their character move them to America, they become a different person.
Right.
You see, at the same way that the Bible says, if the spirit come upon you, you become another man, and
Right.
you begin to prophesy.
Right.
The same spirit comes upon them over here, then they
Right.
become another woman.
Especially when they start receiving the money.
That is what I'm saying. So that
dollar.
The dollar, huh?
dollar.
that place of
That spirit
that place
of
of
dollar.
eye opening. We're not trying to downgrade any African woman.
Yeah.
But we putting them in that perspective that hey, this is what
Yeah.
is on the table. But African women are okay.
Go ahead, Reverend.
Yes,
Reverend.
John, coming back to child support issue, right? To be honest, speaking with you, child support.
Yeah, child support.
I had some kind of very critical issue somewhere 2019, 2020.
Okay.
And unfortunately for me, that I heard one of the man that came to me, which a brother of mine know him. He passed away because of child support.
Interesting.
Yes, the man was just all over the place, and
What, he couldn't pay the child support money
yes,
or
because
what?
he was working, but everything that comes to the account
Goes-
will go. And this man was very good man, taking care of the case and all that. But the truth is that let's look at this very well. Though I'm against people going to Africa to get married, but this is the whole reality of how things work out. You understand? Sometimes too, when the men go to Africa, or even the women, and they get married to someone over there, and they bring them over here in terms of house duties and all stuff like that, like a man taking your responsibility, woman taking your responsibility. It's just all about, sometimes some men don't really know how to treat the woman well when they bring them over here.
Okay.
We need to be very emphatic and tell the truth.
Some take advantage of the women.
Right. And sometimes to the women, not, but most of the times I think the men, because some issues has come to me where the men don't really show like kind of compassionate to their partner, that hey, they feel like they own the woman. As so far as they brought you over here, is that we have to look on the other side too, not to try to actually go on a side without telling
The other side also, right.
exactly the phases of how things work out over there. Now to the child support thing, right? I don't think you my brother said, no matter what it is, I'm against it.
Okay.
I don't want to even try to, trying to say something just to make it so nice and comfort people. No. No matter what it is, I like the word that he used, that no matter what it is, I don't really encourage people to go do it. You see, marry someone, giving birth in Africa, leaving the woman there,
And then they are
in the
here.
case, and you are here, has no difference.
Okay.
It's even dangerous than you living here and the woman there, because you don't know what is going on. Remember, there's time differences. We are in the morning and they will be
They probably are asleep by now.
exactly at that time. You'll be like, okay, I can't reach out to my partner because of time difference. So whatever may goes on, she knows your time, or he knows the time that you, the woman, you sleep or you wake up. So everything can goes on. That's how many people will just get pregnant. At the end of the day, DNA will come in and they are not their children. So to me, those things, that kind of thought, I don't think is well appropriate for them to think that way.
Okay.
I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not here to actually speak against anybody's ideas, but it's not really appropriate to think like that as a man, that because of child support, I can't bring a woman here with the case. Let me leave that case and the woman over there. It doesn't work that way. It's kind of a shallow-minded thinking. You can't just think like that, because you are putting yourself in a very hell of fire where you think you are trying to be smart, but at the same time,
The woman can outsmart you.
exactly. So I don't think the child support thing has to be the main reason why
You're leaving your wife
you
overseas.
are leaving your wife in Africa, or you are not trying to get a person over here.
Right.
So one thing is, the man that I was talking about, right? Pastor, I never even knew that when a woman takes a man to court for child support, beginning, right, I thought it was something that, the man have to pay every month, not knowing they'll
based
just
on
take it
your
from the
income.
account.
And also it's based on your income.
I'm telling you, the moment the money comes to the account,
It goes
gone.
away.
So one day, I used to work in somewhere in company, I think in Bettsville. There's a company that I used to work by, Nexon. There was a guy from Cameroon, and he was a driver, like a delivery driver. I was in the production side. All of a sudden, we saw the guy crying, crying like a baby. And all of us, we went there to ask him. And this guy came out like, I've been paying child support for 2 years, and I tell you, I have no peace. Where I'm living, I can't, because I can't pay my own bills. And I'll ask him that, what is going on? Why can't you just, if you don't have it, just tell the woman that, okay, this month I'm not okay to pay. I say, hey, bro, it doesn't work that way.
No. So then maybe that person has been misinformed. Reverend James, one thing that I know about child support is that the lady can take you to court, but the money they take from you is dependent on how much you make.
Yeah, your income.
So if the guy makes less money,
Mm-hmm.
the government don't take everything from your account. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but
Then these are some of the things, Pastor, these are some of the things that Reverend.
But because
I think
if
we
the
need
guy
to- we need to
doesn't,
educate
but it's the
people.
thing, if the guy doesn't make enough money, what about the woman? because the government look out from both sides also. They look at both sides.
Sometimes you can turn around. If the
They
woman
can
make
turn
more
around.
More money, they will say
Yeah.
the woman have
The
to pay.
woman has to pay.
So it
if
depends on the
he-
situation.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you are jobless, you can take and go back to court again and let the court system know that you
But
don't.
what they would do is they will make you pay back payment.
Okay.
From the time that you are not working, they will accumulate it for you.
Okay.
And that thing come with an interest.
Interest.
So you
Okay.
better run faster and go get a job because the law favor the women over here. And the women know that. You know this. You know this.
Yeah.
The law favor you. But let me tell you this thing about before the child support thing.
Yeah.
Remember this footballer in Ghana by name of
Odati Lamte.
Okay. He has 3 kids with this woman.
Yeah. None of the kids belongs to him.
Okay. Odati Lamte was living in Europe playing football.
Yes.
The woman is in where?
Ghana.
Ghana. This, my friend over here talking about time factor. So while the man is out there in Europe working hard, somebody is over there in the house, the watchman,
Also working hard.
pumping.
Of course.
So all the 3 kids, this is a dying moment.
Yeah.
If you are a man and you find yourself in this situation, this thing can kill you.
Of
But-
This thing can dramatize you.
But the law in let me not use other African. The law in Ghana doesn't favor women, so I don't understand how she won
It
the
does.
case.
The-
No, it doesn't.
The
law doesn't favor women in Ghana.
Ghana people, forgive me. Ghana people, listen, I love America. And I will always love America because America, nobody is above the law.
Yes.
But in Ghana, the law can be twisted.
Yeah.
The lawyers in Ghana, please don't take this harsh. But the law can be twisted. It depends on how money you have in your account and who you know.
But around that particular moment, he is Odati Lamte.
He's Odati Lamte.
He is the footballer. He is the one with the money. So how did she win the case?
She didn't win the case.
But the house, the house was
She was
given,
trying to press to get the house from Odati Lamte.
but from the beginning, she was awarded with the house.
Yes.
It was later, I believe, for last
But-
2 years.
They have to reverse everything
Yes.
that wasn't it. But you see how the situation went?
Yes.
Because the man is not in the country by then. He was going back and forth.
Yeah.
He was going back and forth. So I can say basically he's a little bit dramatized. So maybe when they went to court, he don't know what he's saying at that very moment. They talk about 3 kids.
Yeah. No.
So your statement alone in the courthouse cannot be stable. You know what I'm saying? Because
So Reverend,
something is disturbing.
sorry to cut in. I have a question within here of this one that we are talking about, right? And the kind of DNA thing that people do, right? Do you think it's advisable?
The DNA.
Yes,
Yeah, it's advisable.
because
But-
there's one thing,
Oh,
right? Dion?
So you see, if we're going to a DNA stuff, right, then the table is going to flip. I'm saying the table will flip because is it advisable? And I'm just adding it to what he said.
Yeah.
He said it's advisable, right? So should every man in every household wake up more in the morning and say, I want to do a DNA on my kids, or it depends?
No, it depends.
So that's what I'm saying.
No. That one.
Because then you're gonna have problem with your wife also, especially if the wife.
You have to give me
is
a
fit-
reason.
That's the
A
thing.
reason for me to go for
Do
DNA.
a DNA, right? Yeah.
But if the relationship is fine, I can tell you that the relationship was fine between Odati Lamte and the wife,
Okay.
and they have
so
kids
I
together.
think something happened.
But what happened?
before there was an action.
Something must happen before that.
Yeah.
No, let me go and do DNA.
Yeah.
If nothing happened and we are living fine, listen, I don't want to use this word in account, but Emma,
Come on.
oh, a woman can lay beside you and be telling you stuff,
Oh yes.
and your head will become so big.
But
yeah,
they always say men
His body
talk.
is standing outside. It goes both ways. But when a woman said they love you regardless. We the men, we are like dogs. And excuse me, all the men out here.
You say we are like, it means we are not.
We are not.
We are
like dogs.
Uh-huh.
We want to pee everywhere
No,
that we go.
men are dogs.
Yeah.
We are not.
They want to pee everywhere. But when a woman have this passion in their heart that they love you, no matter who you are out there, trying to put money to the woman and just
It will not work.
It will not work.
But isn't also the reason why when a man sees that, and that's actually more reason why you have to respect your wife, take care of your wife, protect your wife, and do all of that. But in natural, they don't get that. The women don't get that back. A woman says she loves you, she does everything to prove that she loves you, but we don't get it back.
we don't get it back because you are not friends from the beginning.
Okay.
You said something before, and I want to go back and address it.
Yes.
You were playing the devil advocate here when you said
Some of the men brings the
when you
women
bring
over
the
here,
woman
they don't
over
take care
here,
of them
we
properly.
don't take care of them properly. Yes, and that plays a role. We sometimes we think that when we bring the women over here, then we have to enslave them
Right.
because they don't know
Right.
nothing.
Yes.
Not a damn thing.
But Pastor, in most cases, that is what is happening.
And that becomes a problem.
And that's the reason why the women, when they get money, they flip.
Yes, so we have to talk about that.
Yes.
So we have to
So
discuss
it's
that.
not like I see if all the women, when you bring them over here, they are like that.
African
Some of the men plays huge roles in what is happening.
African mentality.
It's bad, though.
Especially men.
It's bad, though.
It's bad because we think that I'm spending all this money on you to bring you over here. When you come over here, I have to slave you, enslave you. No.
Don't go anywhere.
And I think, Reverend, this whole thing, many a times, right? Do you know that it comes from the fathers? The father who gave birth to you and all that. Do you know it's a foundational thing?
As to why the men are behaving the way.
Yes, because the reason why I'm saying that is that I know a friend of mine, right? Not even him particularly, but in a general talk of opinion to express kind of, thing that is going on out there. You see, the fathers, how you can live your life and portray your life out there, determine how your children will pick up, to program yourself to become who they are. Because I know people who have said, my father did this, he does that, he said this. There's someone that I know, he's a man of God. You understand? The father, I would say, in some way, somehow, humanizer. You understand? Now, him being a man of God has not changed anything about him. But rather, he think what the father does
It's
is a normal thing.
Right.
By going wayward to the extra mile to do something worse than what the father did. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that many a times to we the fathers, the kind of life we put out there for our children to see determine the changes or the impact that may take place in our life.
But the thing is, what we are saying here is you go to Africa to bring a woman over here. Our mentality is that I spend all this money to bring you over here. So when you come, you have to work under me.
Yes.
And
That's what I'm saying. That's something I'm making a point of what you are saying, just to second you that they have that perception. So they think they are the man. So you are a woman. So no matter what it is, you have to humble yourself and all that. That is the problem.
Yeah. So it brought down to what me and Dion was discussing behind the scene. That things have changed now.
Yeah.
And what man can do today, woman can do the same thing. Okay? So don't let us get it wrong because things have changed. Back in the days when men called the shots, today, what man can do, woman can do. When you come to Dion profession, when you come over here, you see how many computers that in front of her? Back in the days, you have to stay on one computer. Today, she's
I've been washing clothes and cooking.
Yes. Washing clothes, cooking. Besides that, the baby had her back, and you, the man, will be sitting down eating. And when you finish eating, she have to come and take the plate and
go and do.
Over here, it doesn't work like that. And today, it's not working like that in Africa anymore.
Yeah.
So the African women are not the women that we used to know as African women anymore. Because now social media is out there.
Yeah.
They're watching different shows, and they know how a woman can carry themselves. And if I can make it and make money, I will not sit down for any man to come and override what I'm doing. Unless you have a woman who is very submissive, who precise whatever he or she has made, all the money that she has, she can be submissive. Other than that, both of you guys are going to call the shot. But when we talk about bringing them here, we the men, because we went out there to bring them over here, we think at the back of we own their life.
Yeah.
That is when they begin to work and their eye open.
Yeah. They change.
They will change quick. And it's easy for them to change because all this time you think you have her as your slave.
Yeah.
Before you come back from work, food is on the table. You start yelling when the food is not on. Me, first I used to bully my wife. I've worked hard and I've come home, there's no food. And like you said, men, we talk about our stomach first. Where there is no food, we get angry. So I start doing that. But because she was born and raised here, listen, I didn't have it my way. I'm telling you, I didn't have it. But if it's an African woman, although she's an African, but she was born and raised here, I didn't have it my way. But if I'm in Ghana, who are you? By the time I get home, my food have to be on the table.
Yeah.
But over here, it's not like that. So when they come over here, we put the same spirit in them.
Yep.
That, okay, you have come here, you don't know nothing. Wait, you can do all the bully that you want. Give her a job.
It will not last forever.
Let the dollar start entering into her bank account. You will hear when. You will feel it.
Sometimes they might even have a friend out there that they'll be talking. You have no idea.
So that is the reason I said chances are.
Yeah.
Chances are. We should watch when we make decision to go back home. When you're making decision to go back home and marry, make another decision that when the woman come and leave you, you can handle it.
You have the heart for it.
Yes. When you come to IT, what's the name? Teaching the stories, that when you have the liver.
If you have the liver.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you have that liver to go and marry the woman, have that same liver that when they come over here
When they are leaving.
and they are leaving, you say, Baba.
Don't kill them. Don't
kill
put
them.
a bullet in their skull.
Don't do it. But we have to know that it will come. And when it comes, are you ready to face it?
To face it.
I know a brother, right? I know a brother that sometimes some years back, he was advising somebody who was going to Ghana to get married to somebody. And he went, everything was okay. At that time, financially, the man wasn't really good. Like, things were rough. But he never taken advice from anybody. And he thought, like, it's all good for him to go. So when he came back, things were going well, like talking and all that, having child and within that. So that brother, we were just talking, and the brother said, "Hey, Charlie, let me tell you something. Now you went to Ghana. It's all good, congratulations. But the thing is, you have to understand that anything can happen. Put it in your mind that as your wife coming or whatever you're going to do to bring her over here, put it here that anything can happen, that she might left you alone or he might leave, just for you to be yourself." And be yourself and take responsibility for yourself. So
what was his response?
And he was like, "Well, this is life, but it's easier said than done.
Easier than that, right.
Sometimes you think that is all, but when you are in that position, that's where you know exactly what it is. But you see, having said all these things, right? I just want my brother just to support me over here to throw light on that particular thing very well, for the sake of the viewers who are just watching us. In the concept of marriage, I think now, as somebody said, today children are come. And then today children are come. You see, there are so many things that they are consuming out there. Some are just consuming through the social media, friends and schools and all kinds of resources that people are getting information to program themselves or to grow themselves, whatever they want to become. Now, the concept of marriage, now we think that it's 50-50, which is not.
What's the percentage?
The percentage of a marriage between the two of them, the woman has more responsibility than the man.
Okay.
And I believe that my brother will just step in to throw light as well on the.
When you say responsibility, what do you mean?
Women have 85% in the marriage, and the men have 15%.
Okay.
If a marriage
is it
can
from
work
a financial perspective or just in general?
I am talking about the basis and the foundation, the whole concept of the marriage itself.
Okay.
For the marriage to stand to work very strongly, depends on the woman.
But isn't that like too much pressure on the woman?
No, it's not like a pressure.
It is.
The woman is the home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She is the home. She knows everything. No, if I mean she knows everything, I'm not trying to impose something on people what they don't know that they should know by force. No. But what I'm saying is that you being as a married woman, right, having case with a man and all that and whatever it is, whether there's case or no case, at least you, the woman, have to understand that based on you for this marriage to stand or to work out.
Not on the man?
I'm not saying the man they don't have any part to play. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the woman is the person. Okay, let's say this way, right? Reverend, if a man approach a woman, right? If there's any approaches to a woman, and the woman say no, do you think it's going to work?
No, it's not.
So when it comes to approach of two people coming together, like man and woman, who has a power or a final say in that particular contest of a man approaching?
It's the woman, because it's the woman that have to agree.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand your
But
point.
once the woman agree and both of you come together, the man now takes over. The man now becomes in charge of that marriage, right? So the man becomes the head of that household. So when you say 85%, that's what I'm asking. The 85, where is it coming from? Fine. Ask the men are the head of the whole marriage and the whole thing. But when it comes to the home like that, yes, women plays more of a bigger role in the home than men. So if you are saying that, it's 85 because the women play like more in the home, then yeah, it makes sense. But from a general perspective, I don't think it's 85, because then it puts a lot of pressure and the men don't do anything.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand
I
what I'm
understand where
saying?
you're coming
I
from.
understand that. But me, I'll give a percentage like maybe 60-40.
Okay.
60-40 in terms of like you said, the man go after the woman has to say yes.
Uh-huh.
And after the woman say yes, what's next?
Exactly.
Okay. What's next is this. It's our responsibility as a man to make sure the woman is okay.
Okay.
And if your responsibility as a man that the woman have to be okay, the woman will put heavens to help you.
That is correct.
It doesn't matter the amount of money that they make. They can be making more money than you. But if you take care of your responsibility to make sure that the woman is okay, no matter money that the woman will make out there, she will make sure that you will say whatever. And women are like that. They are very quick to open up.
Yes.
When the man is like, they see your mind.
Yeah.
And women see faster than we, the men. That is the reason if you take a woman to a funeral or a party, and there's a lady trying to hit on you, you the man, you cannot see. The woman will see it faster more than you.
Yeah.
The woman will know that this woman, I think you like my husband. We'll be clueless. We're just sitting over there having fun. But the woman will see another woman who is hitting on the man. But the man, you have no clue. So that is when the woman played that role that we have to give it to them. You understand? So I don't believe in, I don't want to contradict on this one. I don't believe in they taking the 85 and we taking
Yeah.
I was
Neither is it 50-50 either.
Yeah, I was
it's not
trying to
50-50.
I was trying to come up with a point.
The man, I can say maybe let the man take like 40% and let the woman take 60.
The thing is, I was trying to come up with a particular point, right? The reason why I was trying to generate that point, just for us to have that percentage, was that some issues happen to a lot of people, right? I know somebody in Laurel here, right? He went to, get a wife here. And that's why sometimes the Bible really matters when it comes to marriage, because the person who initiated this marriage, I always say it on my podium to tell the people, that person who initiated, who came out with the plan that man and woman needs to meet is God. And who is that man? He's a man, but it's not a man that we can see. He's a spirit. So why do we have to actually forbidden the policy, or let me say the procedures or the law that govern around the concept of marriage? How can it work like that? It can't work. Now, hear me. There's a woman here in this law, right? That a man brought her over here. You see, the Bible said women have to submit. And that word submit is not something that we think intellectually we understand it, but it's way beyond what we think we know.
But some men have turned the word submit into slavery. That's another conversation.
That's another thing.
Boom.
You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, here, that's what I'm saying, that marriage always depend on the woman so much. Now, Reverend, look, this woman, right, that I'm talking about, the man brought her, everything is going well with them. She hasn't done anything wrong. The man started behaving some way, like eating up, and sometimes she'll be like, what is going on, my dear? I don't understand. And it came to a point that the man asked the woman to leave the house to go find somewhere to stay.
So let me ask you this. Before
Okay.
you continue, let me ask you
Okay.
this. So the man went to Africa
Yes.
and brought a woman over here.
Brought him over here.
And now
He's the one acting. I'm not the woman.
No. I want to put it like this. He went to Africa and married a woman and brought the woman over
Yes.
here. Okay, now.
And the child.
And the child. Okay, now.
Yes.
Whenever she see the woman,
Uh-huh.
she doesn't feel okay. He doesn't feel okay.
Yes.
Now he want the woman to leave the house.
To leave the house.
Is it that spiritual?
She want what spiritual?
Now, you see the whole point. Right now, right now,
God.
right now, you know what? You know something?
We should take the spiritual aspect of
You know what? The man has tried to, the woman has tried to make things work out. I'm creating a point here, so you have to listen to me
No,
very
Pastor,
carefully.
I want to hear how this ends. Go ahead.
So this is the thing. One day, the man told the woman that I think you have to leave this house to go get like an apartment and live there. When I'm okay, I'll call you in. Now, the mother of the man, the father of the man, be like, what is going on? You brought a wife here in America, and she's a good wife to you. She's a good woman that she's trying to do everything. Now you don't want her. So the woman said, no, I'm not going to get any apartment. Then I'd rather go stay with a friend.
Okay.
So she called a friend of her, and the friend said, come. And the friend is in marriage. She's living with the husband. And those friends that I'm talking about, I would say they are my children in the Lord.
Okay.
So they called me, that prophet, this is the situation that we have come. Blah, blah, blah. I say, okay, who is the person? That's one thing about me. The moment you mention the name or I get a picture, I can tell you by the grace of God exactly what the future holds. So when they sent me, when they mentioned the name and say like, oh, we have a picture over here, I look at the picture, I say, you know what? Let her stay here. There's a problem in the house, but the problem is not the woman. Now, Reverend, hear this.
Isn't what I said?
Now,
Spiritual, Pastor.
she actually, the man actually still insisting that the woman has to leave the house. The woman gets an apartment now and living with the child.
Okay.
Now, the man always want to take advantage of using the child
As
a gateway
Okay.
to the woman. Now, he even go to the extent asking the woman to go for vacation. And during the vacation, I think we don't know whatever goes on. So literally, it looks like he's trying to, I think he has somebody here. Reverend, you know where the whole thing is coming from? He has somebody here, but I think the woman that he's having over here is more beautiful than the one that he brought from it.
So
Africa.
I guess that's why he said painting up and talk.
Let me hold it right here.
But because of the behavior of the woman, the man cannot
Choose the other.
stay away from
So the man
woman.
is confused. The man over here, the man is confused. He doesn't know who he
To
wants.
choose, right?
No, let you come there. Listen, there is nothing. This kind of prayer, you pray this prayer for the whole year.
I'm
Nothing.
telling
know,
you,
right?
This is not spiritual. Okay, this is common sense.
Okay.
Okay, watch this. That is the reason why, Dion, when pastor says what God has joined together,
I don't believe in that word.
I don't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, viewers. I'm a man of God, but sometimes
what God has joined together, let no man put
What if
asunder.
Satan is the one that joined it together? How do we know if God is the one who joined it
Yes.
together?
exactly.
And we use that to counseling people. We use that to make the ceremony.
Wrong counseling.
But the other day somebody asked me a question, and Dion, now if you met a guy and you've been dating for a period of time, and you want to put the ring on that finger, you want to take it to the altar, do you believe in doing the pa before you go to the altar?
It's very important.
It's very important.
Because the
Reverend,
reason why I'm saying this is
me, I'm a cancer.
the reason why I'm saying this, I'll come back to it again. The reason why I'm saying is, what if the man that went to Africa to marry the woman and brought the woman over here, excuse me for my word, nasibon,
Okay.
who did not,
Wow.
you're worried, married the person, and the body odor is so
My
bad.
Reverend is pushing me where I'm not
It's so
trying
bad.
to go, but I'll go.
The man here has somebody, so he was confused a little bit. So say, let me go and bring this woman over here. If I find everything that I want, then I will do what?
Okay.
I will break up with the one over here and stay with
And
this
stay with
person.
you.
So what will make the man leave and go and stay somewhere and tell you to also leave and go and stay somewhere? That there is something. You understand?
But why is he not communicating that though?
He said,
Reverend.
it is not me. me personally.
Yeah.
Me personally. Whoever I've dated in my life, 70 cent in America with a nice way. Challenge me for me, I mean.
Oh, of course, Mr. McGann. Yeah, I'll tell you. Oh, yes.
So
I will tell you.
They love that perspective, and some of them they can't. I've said.
Right.
Oh, I will tell you.
They don't like it. That
I will
but
tell you.
it's good to tell the person the
Of
truth.
course.
Do you understand? Some people cannot handle. They can listen. Because of the truth, we have end up in like men have become slaves nowadays because they can't say what is on their heart.
Right.
They just hide their feelings and be acting like animals for Christ's sake. Do you understand? Maybe this woman has something in her. That is the reason why I say that when you are going out there to marry somebody and bring the person over here, have it at the back of your mind that if it didn't work, I'm fine.
Okay.
But if you put everything into it and you have never stayed with this woman for a period of time and you don't know the do's and the don'ts and you don't know how a body reacts when you guys are having an affair or all that, when you bring the woman over here, it can come to play. And if it begins to happen, you, the man, you have lost because you put in so much money into this relationship.
Right.
And now you bring the woman over here and the woman like, okay, go and stay somewhere. Let me stay somewhere. Just say that if this thing is going to work. It's not going anywhere. Especially when there's another woman involved.
Yeah.
Like the what's the name that we were talking about? Somebody that make so much money.
Yeah.
The guy don't make money, but not to the point of what the woman is making.
Yeah.
Now, it will be so difficult for the man to be calling the shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Maybe the woman will be like, oh, no, I got you, I got this, I got it. Don't feel intimidated. No. But sometimes, men, our ego, because I want to be in charge.
Right.
I want to be in charge syndrome is in us.
Okay.
And we don't want anybody to be like, no, I'm there. The
But
woman
what
will-
if we give you men the chance, but I mean,
we give the chance, but still.
But
that
because
thing,
you make less
unless
money.
you kill that thing.
okay.
If you don't kill that thing, anytime you feel less of a man.
God.
Anytime you feel unless the man is oyakwajo or like
Okay.
the man is lazy.
A lazy man.
A lazy man. Yeah. That one he don't care because
Right.
you bring the money, you spend the money, put it on this
Yeah.
clothes and all. Boom. Beyond. I will stay on this my friend. How can you bring a woman over?
I don't understand. Paying all this processing fee and
Tell a woman to go and live somewhere.
So,
so are they together now?
no, the woman is living in her apartment now. But the man always trying to go there. I'm going to come to see my child and, you know.
But they're sleeping together.
I mean, definitely, you know,
So, Pastor, that doesn't make
he has
sense
not
then.
really come out to
But
tell
you
the
keep
woman
her
that.
out.
So you see the
But
problem.
then you go there and
Yeah.
sleep with her there. I don't understand.
So you see the problem that we are having over here. That's
Yeah,
90%
so
of
the
the women
reason
when you
why-
bring them over here. This one is not even about the woman have an eye open. It's like, no, the woman still love the man.
Maybe the man got an eye open.
Maybe there's something there that we have to.
So like I say, it go both ways. But the man has stand a chance to. The woman stand a chance to leave the man.
But Reverend,
But this time around, it's the other
It's
way
the other
around.
way around.
But do you know serious thing in the marriage? People have different names that they can categorize to base on to mention or to describe it, right? But I call it stage of adjustment. And always distance has the absence of adjustment in marriage. Simply because everybody who enter into marriage has this stage, the stages. There are about 7 stages in marriage. And the moment you get to the 7th one and you pass through it, then the marriage becomes a bond, which that's where the covenant becomes so strong that it's not easy for that two people to be separated.
But in
Now,
this day and age, is this still working though?
that's what I'm
Do
saying.
people
That
actually
we have
really
about
do get to
7
that
stages.
7th level?
We have about 7
I'm talking
stages.
about right now in this generation. With us, what is happening in marriages right now?
So
Do people
Dion,
even get there?
right. So what I'm saying is that, right, the reason why, maybe, I don't know my brother, how he's thinking, but the reason why I don't really encourage people, coming back to our topic, to go to Africa to marry is that, first of all, Apostle, we are in a system that even when I used to work in the hospital, there was one time I was working on the hallway and I saw a particular room being written stress doctor or stress room. I was like, what the hell is this? I never knew that they even have a stress doctor in this country.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Huh?
People are stressed in this country.
So what I'm saying is that you going to Africa to get somebody to marry, right? You're not living with the person, except maybe you have lived with the person before back home as a girlfriend thing or fiancé. It's a different thing. But meeting a person online and also a hookup, remember, distance has a different spicy and all kinds of
Or GH in December. December GH.
to come in.
People go there in
But the
December and
truth
then they
is that
find their love.
when you come here, when the lady or the man or the woman come from Africa to this country, now they get to a time or a stage of adjustment. Now I'm about to know you, you're about to know me. Remember, if the man brought the woman over here, the man is already in the system working,
Okay.
and they are not going to pick up right there.
It's
As soon as the woman comes, it's going to
5
take
years.
a while
5 years.
for the woman to get back to the level that the man is, no matter how the man is, So that's where they begin to know themselves. Then you begin to know that there's kind of a stress thing because you don't know her and she doesn't know you. So that's where the problem begins. Then the stage of struggle becomes so hard in the relationship, in the marriage. That's where the problem begins. Then the woman starts getting maybe friends somewhere and other. But Reverend, what we buy for is when you get a woman here in this country, they already know the system that it entails that, okay, this is how the system works and all that. So let me just be patient with my partner, with my husband or with my boyfriend.
It's it boiled down to when we say we pick them here. If it doesn't work, you leave them here.
Exactly.
A guy that I used to work with at U-Haul from Sierra Leone. I don't want to mention name, but I have so many Sierra Leone friends when I was a manager at U-Haul. What happened was he went and married a woman from Sierra Leone
Okay.
and brought a woman here. So nice, very beautiful woman,
Okay.
well packed.
Okay.
But the guy is a little bit old.
Okay.
I brought a woman over here. But when you look at the guy with the woman, the level of the woman is
Fatia Fatankroma.
bloody. So any party there, they will go want show off.
Of course.
Yeah.
Trophy wife.
Yes. So now the woman is that the woman don't work.
Okay.
The guy is the one that working and making all that money.
Cardi B keep
Guess what? They had a baby.
Oh wow, that's nice.
And when they had the baby,
I know where this is going.
we had the baby. Dion.
Mm.
My friend, I'm tempted to mention his name, but
It's
Lord
okay.
help me.
Mhm.
Because anytime I think about him, I feel it.
Mm.
And because I was the supervisor by then, I know
Mhm.
wherever they are doing at that very moment, everybody's job title and everything. So everything was fine when the woman came over here. Now they had a baby. Now they be going to parties and stuff like that. Baby comes in. So Mike has to take care of the baby and blah, blah, blah. The woman don't work. All this time the woman has been on, but she be talking to friends on the phone and all that. One time Mike went home. Oh, Jesus. The woman was like, no, I don't want this relationship anymore.
Hey.
My friend was like, what? I said, me, I'm tired. Anytime you come home, nigga, blah, 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 this and that, I'm tired. So I'm tired. It's like a little drop of water making a mighty ocean.
Right.
So they've been doing it and going back and forth. All of a sudden, when Mike comes to work, I'm looking for him. I can see Mike. Looking all the way, going to the bathroom. Mike is not there. But there's a particular place by the trash can.
Mm.
Wow.
If I go over there, I see him. Hey, bro. So one time,
he was sitting there.
he's just standing and talking to himself. Doing sign language and all that. Like the man is so stressed to the point that he's doing all that without him knowing.
Oh.
You see how wicked women can be when they want to be?
Some
I
women.
think some women, yeah.
I'm saying, yeah. But they want. That is the reason. If
Oh, my
my
goodness.
friend has picked this woman from here, chances of him leaving the woman is for him to go that crazy.
Yeah,
will
he
not
will
have
go-
to
yeah.
that, will not go to that extent. But because he went all the way to Africa, doing all this marriage right, the custom right, and all that, but the woman over here had a baby. Now the woman had the audacity to take the man to child support.
No way.
And that is when the thing hit my guy.
Oh.
And when it hit the guy, and listen, America, if America want to get you, they can mess you up. America can mess you up. America can make you.
Yeah.
We have to get that at the back of
Yeah.
Watch this. The woman don't work. But how the woman get to the courthouse, the guy have no idea. And when the man
And
received
she
the
doesn't
letter,
even drive.
no. And the man, look, and the man knows that the woman is a housewife.
Okay.
How the man received a letter in that they were living in the same house. The man received a letter that, hey, you have to start paying child support. While the woman was living in the house. Show the woman that, what is this? He said, because I don't like this marriage anymore, and blah, 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 take it to child support. How do you know that there's something that we call child support? And before my friend realized, he's owing back child support because the woman has filed the thing like 3 months.
Oh.
So he started kicking in from 3 months. So he owed back pay for 3 months. So all that thing just went into his mind. And he went crazy.
How can this be possible? Because she was still living with the man?
And this is America.
Like how? I don't understand.
Hey, I have experience from someone that is closer to me. The woman was taking child support and they're living together. Yes.
What
I
is
don't
that?
understand this. How can you
I mean, I don't
taking child
understand.
support living together?
Yes.
What? In America
So now,
here?
when Mark received the letter, I said, okay, then what do you want? Mark said, then I have to leave. I can't live in this house and be paying the rent and paying child support.
Yeah.
So when they went to court, they said, okay, then you guys have to go your separate ways. But the child support thing,
You have to pay.
You have to pay. So all that boiled into it, and my friends start going crazy. It takes words upon words, but it wasn't even helping.
Oh.
Because I know before this thing getting.
So, Reverend, hold up over there before you proceed, right? Do you think it's advisable, right? Dion, as you being a host, I'm just showing to my brother, but do you think it's advisable that anytime somebody goes to Africa, anywhere in African continent to bring a woman over here, they have to take them through counseling in this country before they start even living?
I don't think it would change anything.
It won't change anything.
If the person has a bad mindset,
Because I'm
will
just asking that
eventually-
question because of the scenario that you are bringing up to us about your friend issue.
so who should go through the counseling? The lady coming
woman,
or
yes.
the man here?
I mean the two of them.
I know a friend.
I don't think it would change anything.
Dion, I know a friend, right?
Yeah.
I've been talking to him and the girlfriend. The girlfriend is back home. The girlfriend was trying to report something to me that when he's in the state, like, oh, you are my world, you are my this. They talk but when the guy lands in Ghana, then the character of the guy just changed.
Interesting.
A guy?
Yes. When the guy lands in Ghana and they are together, they stay in the same house together, then the character just changed. But when the guy is living, so the girl was like, I prefer him living in America than him coming to Ghana. And I said, oh no. But eventually he's going to bring you over here. He said, but for some reason, whenever he lands in Ghana, if he is in the state, the sweet talks and everything, what do you want? Go buy it. What do you want? But anytime he lands in Ghana,
He's a different man.
He's a different man.
But a friend of mine too, it happens to him where.
So what was causing it, Pastor?
So I asked my friend, what is the problem here?
Yeah.
He said, oh, when I go to Africa, she don't allow me to go and see my friends, my old friends and all that and blah, 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 blah. So that's the reason why she's saying all that. I said, listen, so this one, if you bring the lady over here, you're not going to survive. I'm telling you. If you survive, I will close my church. I'm telling you. So we have to put all this thing into consideration for you to take the plane all the way
And cross the Red Sea.
and close the ocean
The Red Sea.
and go and pick up a woman.
Crossing the Red
pick up a
Sea.
woman and bring the woman over here. I will urge my friends out there.
I think that there's a name problem when you are taking a flight where they get to you be shaking. The
turbulence.
What do they call
Turbulence.
it? Okay.
The turbulence is what she-
to cross the turbulence, whatever.
The Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
Atlantic Ocean. So, so to my,
Oh
my
my
friends
God.
out there who trying to make up their mind and go.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm urging you that
Yeah.
think deep into it.
Okay.
Make sure that you the woman that you want to bring into your life, the woman has to be your friend.
Okay.
Yes.
The woman have to bring, and if, because I'm a pastor, I'm not going to say this, but if it's in your own mind, do test drive.
Test
Right.
drive.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Yeah,
I
do
understand
test
where you're
drive,
coming
because
from.
that one too is breaking a lot of marriages. I'm
Oh
telling
yes,
you.
yes, yes.
If you
yes.
bring them over here, like my friend over there with a gray hair,
The producer over there.
yeah, the producer over there, he's so much in the spirit to the point that he will marry the woman before he do test drive.
No, the third drive there. Nah,
Yeah, so that one too is
Yeah.
another way.
Because
But
it
that's
has
how
different-
people have the
discuss
test
it.
drive.
Different kinds of, you know.
But to bring a woman over here for the woman to take you to child support, it will mess up your brain as a man.
But the funny thing is, I've never heard anybody saying that a man took a woman for child support.
Men don't usually do that.
Men don't use
I've
that.
Only
Never.
few.
But sometimes
Only if you
Sometimes
do that.
when the woman take you to child support and they weigh the income,
Yeah.
the reason why my friend
Mhm.
didn't get away because the woman was not working,
Mm.
so he didn't get away with it.
Yeah.
They just hit to his bank account and start taking the money.
Yeah.
Because the woman was not working. But sometimes you can take a man to child support. And when you take the man to child support, they will weigh their income.
Yeah.
If the woman is making more than you,
The-
you have to pay them.
You have to pay. Yeah.
And the man will be like, okay, I don't want anything from her, and blah blah blah.
I've never heard anybody
Oh,
say
yeah.
I have a family, a friend of ours, and the lady, he married. No, they were supposed to get married, but they didn't end up getting married, and then a child came in. He married a Cameroonian lady. So the lady took, I think he cheated or something, and she got bitter with it. So then she took him to the court for child support. But then prior to them going to the court, he quit all his job. So when they went to court, he wasn't working and the lady was the one working. So she had to be the one paying the child support. But then he ended up getting a job. But then the job that I don't know, it's just a strategy thing that men do. He made sure that the job paid, less money than because the lady was doing to IT. She was doing like an engineering work. So she was making good money. Up to now, he doesn't pay higher child support. She pays more money, but the child is with her. But he doesn't pay. He pays like $159 a month. So he pays $159
a month.
A month.
Yeah, because they weigh the
Yes.
income.
But then the thing is that because in a child, like he pays everything. So for him, he feel like I don't see the need of me paying more when I'm paying, all his school stuff, everything that my daughter needs, I'm paying it, right? Why should I pay you $1,000 when technically I'm doing everything, right? You just want my money, and he wasn't for it. So he actually got a lesser job. And up to now, I guess maybe the court system hasn't asked him to show his most recent work because he's not doing IT, so he's making more money now. But I guess the lady makes much money, so maybe she probably tired of taking him to court back again.
Can I say this before we?
Yes, because we are wrapping up.
Yeah. I remember back in the days when I was dating, I met this girl that said, I want you to go and do IT and make more money so you can take care of me.
The guy said that?
No, the guy, I'm talking about my experience.
Your experience, okay.
Yeah. So, well, I know you look good and you working so hard. I want you to go and get an IT that makes 6 figures and take good care of me. I'm looking for a guy like that. But I love you for who you are. But I want you to make all that money. I look at the lady and I said in my head, I mean, Chiauka.
With that.
Sure.
So with
But
that,
she want you to make money so you can protect and provide for her.
Dion,
No.
Yes.
You have no idea why he's
so
trying
when
to
the money got finished, then what? Then I'm done.
But say once you do the IT, your money can never finish.
Okay.
I get your point, though.
Okay, so
but-
what if I'm making all this money and one day something happened and I can't work anymore? My brain doesn't work. When the money is gone, the woman is gone.
So you're saying that it's all because of money is the reason why
She threw it on my face. She threw it on my face to the point that I feel like, now I have to go for this.
But what was she doing though? Was she making money?
She also making money.
Okay.
She also making money. But she want me to make more
Than what she's making.
Uh-huh.
But isn't that a motivation? though?
Yeah,
It was.
Some point.
It
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It was. But I was looking at that on another perspective. When I start making all this money, you push me to go do it and I'm making all this money.
And it doesn't work, but you get to keep your money.
I will leave you. Because now you want me to go get money before you can be with me. Why don't you be with me first? And
So maybe, okay, so I get the point where she was going with, but I feel like maybe she could have diluted her statement a little bit.
And I feel
maybe she
I
said,
feel
baby, let's
intimidated.
get married. But as a wife, I want to push you so you can make more money as a
I feel
husband.
so intimidated. Oh my goodness.
But the truth is, Reverend, I'm just trying to cross this with why is it so difficult for men over here kind of, I may be wrong, to get like a wife, like women to get them and all that.
But they're not getting, that's why they're going back to Africa.
Yeah, because majority of the women are going back to Africa now. I don't know why.
Women are going to Africa to go get married.
Yes.
And the men are also going to Africa to go get married.
Yes.
Good luck for them.
I don't know.
Good luck for them.
I don't know if you've seen.
But there's so many women here, so
The women are more than the men over here.
exactly.
Yeah, but-
At the hospital that I work at, the women are like 90% and the men are like 10.
Let's see in the chambers, okay?
Oh.
I will see you in the chamber.
You don't,
wants
you
a
don't want
woman.
none of them.
Who?
He wants a woman.
Please, I think you're under you.
He wants a woman, so let's find him.
So you're trying to put him out there.
Yes, please. My fine gentleman here is a single man. Okay, ladies. If you're a single woman,
Dion, this
good
advert you're
looking,
doing.
he likes good looking women. I'm saying, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already lie. You need a beautiful
Oh yes,
woman,
yes,
right,
yeah, that one.
Pastor?
That's a very,
Thank
that's a very
you.
general
It's
one.
very, very, very
Yeah.
important.
Relax, our brother,
So
but
if you're a
Michael.
beautiful woman, he has money. Okay, he makes us figures. He has money. So if you want my brother, please,
Hey.
look at the screen here. I've my Gmail. Just send me email, Pastor. I'm done. Okay. Okay,
Oh,
Reverend Bernard, do you have any last word for our audience before we go?
What I would say is that, honestly speaking, we had a very interesting conversation.
Yes, we did.
And we are just here to share experiences because we are men of God. We are not against anybody's idea. We are not blocking anybody's
Yes.
destiny or whatever helper they might get from outside. We are not trying to be greedy, but we are just telling you on the face of the fact that we have experience. People comes to us. Not everything that we can pour our heart over here. If you are in that position, you have to be very careful and think twice about it, so you won't put yourself. At the end of the day, you, the women out there in Africa, we are not trying to be mean or trying to tell the men over here not to get to you. But the truth is that when you get in here, it's a whole different chapter. The way you think, because what you imagine and you think is not the reality of how you come to see over here.
Okay.
So I will encourage you that if you meet somebody, it's up to you to make sure. My brother says something that you have to be very careful and just have a friend. As simple as that. You have
The
to have a
person
friend.
your friend.
Yes, have a friend. If you're able to have him as a friend, that's all. Because I know somebody who went Africa to marry, and then the man will always fight the woman on the phone. But when he gets to the Africa, they are living cool. The woman say, is that how you are? Because when you are there and we are talking on the phone, it looks like you are a little bit kind of. That's it. The friendship is not there. So the main key factor over here for a distance relationship to work is what Reverend James said. Have a friend. That's what he
Thank
can
you.
say.
Thank you, Reverend James. Last words for our beautiful people out there. Maybe there's somebody sitting over there. He's planning to go to Africa to go get married. What's your message for that person?
Good luck, bro. Good luck, woman. I wish you all the best. And my word of advice to you guys is think about your decision. Because marriage can make you and marriage can destroy you.
That's correct.
Especially when you are going all the way from your geographical background and you want to bring a woman over here. It is a good thing for you to travel all the way down there. Maybe you have been disappointed by the environment, by the women that you associate yourself here in America. Most people have gone through different kind of women, different kind of culture to find a partner, but it didn't work. That's the reason why they want to travel all the way and go pick up a woman from where they are coming from. So that right there, I can't hold that against you. It's your choice. But make sure that the one that you are going to bring over here will, number one, be your friends first.
Right.
Know the do's and the don'ts about that person. Know their character. Character plays a big role. If you are married somebody that is greedy, who doesn't know anything about America, pray for mercy. Pray for mercy, because it can bring you, it can take you to a good life or to destroy you. So that is the point that I want to leave with my audience, that take a deep look into it before you make that decision. And African women out there, you are beautiful. We want to bring you guys over here.
Don't consider
but sometimes
Akufo-Addo government.
Sometimes we want to bring you, the men out there, we want to bring you guys over here. The women over here want to bring you. The women over here, they are tired of American men. They still want you guys.
Because of
And we know there's some good ones out there, including you, the one that you're watching me.
Yes.
I know, don't come over here and change your character. Come over here and help the man. Come over here and help the woman. If you have that mindset and that attitude, you go to the right place. We are tired of killing our women. We are tired of killing our men. So please, we are not going to downgrade any African woman or African man. But this is just a discussion.
Yes.
And it's a thought that we are trying to put on the table. That some of the men need this experience. And some of them have gone through that experience. And now they are confused. Some of them have become homeless because of this relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't want this to be continued. That is the reason why we're having this conversation. So before you make that decision, think about the future. And think about the woman that you bring into your life. Sometimes it's not all about prayer. I'm a pastor. I'm a reverend minister. It's not all about prayer. Sometimes God has given us common sense.
About the knowledge.
We need to apply it before we go into it. Marriage can make you, and marriage can destroy you. Thank you, Miss Dion, for having me.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Reverend James. Now, there's this saying that men usually marry women in hoping that the woman will not change. Women marry men in hoping that the men will change. I don't know what your thought is based on this discussion, but let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good idea to go to Africa to go bring a woman here or to go bring a man here? Whatever your decision is, we hope that it works out for you. Okay? Thank you very much for watching the Diaspora Moment podcast. And once again, my name is Dion London, and thank you, and I'll see you again next week. All right, bye.
This is Diaspora Moments by Dion London.